Well, it looks like Toyota is finally giving a little more detail on their new Tundra for 2027. They actually say the 2027 Tundra brings rugged, updated styling, advanced technology in the new Trail Hunter package. That's what everybody was talking about yesterday. They were all speculating. So I'll take you through some of the features that Toyota has released, at least today in their press release. They say it has an updated exterior design, features a sharper, more purposeful exterior. The new Trail Hunter package expands on factory-built overlanding capabilities, and the latest audio multimedia system now features a standard 14-inch screen. They have the typical Toyota Safety Sense 4.0, and full 2027 Tundra details are planned to be announced in fall of 2026, which is a little odd. But I guess that's, they're going to delay it a little bit. I think usually the 27s for Toyota are released in the fall, so they're a little bit later than some of the other manufacturers. And just looking at this, you can tell it's got a little bit of a lift, a little bit larger tires, so it's going to sit a little higher from the factory. It also has tow hooks. They finally integrated tow hooks into the front of a truck. So this is, I believe, based on the SR5 platform with, just things that are designed for overlanding. So let's jump down into this press release and see what Toyota says. They say the 2027 Tundra introduces a new Trail Hunter package, a rugged overlanding offering based on the SR5 grade and built for customers who want enhanced trail performance straight from the factory. This package includes LTX, so the Michelin LTX Trail 265/70 R18 tires, Old Man Emu upgrade suspension, front recovery hooks, and additional underbody protection to help prepare the truck for more demanding terrain. So we'll see. Hopefully that has skid plates on the front and the differential area, and hopefully on the rear gas tank as well. Positioned at a more accessible price point, the Trail Hunter package helps make adventure-ready capability more attainable for customers looking to get out and explore. So in theory, they're going to maybe price this a little bit below the TRD Pro, hopefully, because really the TRD Pro was trying to compete with the Raptor and maybe the ZR2 and the RHO, but honestly, the RHO and all the other variants, the Raptors, are just a lot more capable than what Toyota was putting out there. So I still think this is going to fall below that range, but hopefully the price reflects that. Hopefully you aren't seeing, $70,000 and up, but I'm guessing we're going to see a higher price than anybody wants. It does say that it's going to have the same multi-terrain select, crawl control, and locking rear differential. Interesting, with the Trail Hunter, I would like to see a front locking differential as well. I think that just makes sense, especially for overlanding folks. They'd probably want front and rear lockers, but doesn't look like they're going to give it. And it looks like they will have the bronze colored wheel and exclusive badges, probably going to look similar to that you saw on the Tacoma Trail Hunter. And it looks like more 2027 refresh notes here. They say across the lineup, the new front design language is well-balanced to sophisticated, with a wide, stable stance and a centered lower bumper treatment that reinforces ruggedness. Rectangular fog lights are integrated cleanly into the bumper for added function, while the grille design adopts a rugged hexagonal theme that adapts to different trims and personalities. So if we scroll back up and look at this picture here, I guess we're probably going to see a lot of these design elements across the trims, maybe not just in the Trail Hunter, which is interesting. So not really extreme changes, which I kind of like. I don't want just massive changes again and then have problems with new changes. So hopefully these are just updates that people will enjoy and just a little bit better than what we saw in the original third-gen Tundra. And there are some changes that you guys might not like coming out in the 2027 Tundra. I actually think this might be in response to some of the technology that they need to record everything that's going on these vehicles, and it's related to the impaired driver technology that might be coming as well. So first, they start out with the 2027 Tundra receives the newest version of Toyota Audio Multimedia. The new system integrates AT&T 5G network connectivity. So looks like they're going to be constantly able to upload data to the cloud, maybe in all variants of this, which I'm not really a big fan of. They said it features a new smartphone-like design in their, I'm assuming in the infotainment system. It offers customizable widgets and a new home screen. So, I mean, just what everybody wants in a truck. Forget reliability in the engine. We need more screens and we need more things that are customizable in the tech so that we can, be more distracted drivers. And then we need more assistance in all of the smart sense and all these other technologies so that the car can drive for us because we're too distracted looking at the stupid screens. All right, I digress. Sorry about that. They say it also has a new embedded voice assistant that that enables faster response to "Hey Toyota" prompts. This is where it gets probably a little dicey for some people and things that people won't want. The latest generation system also includes the launch of a standard built-in drive recorder dash cam. Some people might like that, but hold on a second. When enabled, the vehicle's exterior cameras, the front and rear, if equipped, are designed to capture 20 seconds of clips, both manual and triggered events. So one thing that people might not like here is that they're going to use this in court. So you look at that in conjunction with this AT&T 5G chip, and what they could potentially do is they could record events. Let's say you get into an accident, they detect that there was a heavy G-force accident or heavy braking. What they can do is if they have inward-facing cameras or outward, they can record those, send that data up to the cloud, and then if a court requires that data to be given to them in court to maybe testify against you, they could do that as well. And one interesting feature it looks like they're adding to the 2027 Tundra, enhanced digital key functionality. So you're going to still have that Toyota app digital key behavior that you had previously, but now they say they're going to make this compatible with devices that have native digital wallets, such as Apple and Google Wallet or Samsung. So it includes like locking, unlocking, starting, and operating your Toyota vehicle via these other methods with your digital key. And they say that would allow you to, if you're a subscriber, you can share and manage digital key sharing permissions up to 5 additional drivers directly through their digital wallet. Interesting. I'm sure this won't be, offer up any sort of security problems at all. So it looks like once the digital key is enabled in the wallet, it uses near field communication, the NFC, to continue to provide access to the vehicle for a period of time, even when the device has no battery life. And in addition to that, Tundra also offers the 2.4 kilowatt inverter on the iForce Max grades. So that's the hybrid versions of the truck, providing you tools, gear, and recreational equipment. A lot of people like that if you're on the job site or campsite. Moving on to lighting, they say the Tundra brings hardware improvements aimed at improving visibility and confidence. The grill-mounted LED light bar has been upgraded for brighter output, and available rigid fog lights further enhance illumination in low visibility conditions. And then they talk about adding those front recovery hooks to the bumper, which, gosh, people have been asking for that forever. And for 2027, they verify all of the similar grades that we saw before with the addition of the Trailhunter SR, SR5 Limited, Platinum 1794, TRD Pro, and Capstone, along with the new Trailhunter package. And it looks like, reading this, that you will be able to get the hybrid version in the Trailhunter as well, which does make sense because I would assume that the Trailhunter folks would want that 2.4 kilowatt inverter, although with the batteries, you end up with less space, so that kind of makes it a pain in the butt when you're using this for overlanding. You generally want more storage space, so it'll be interesting to see how they configure that. I don't think they've added more space to the storage of these hybrid Tundras. And warranty has not changed. I don't expect that to change. 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper, 60,000 miles in 5 years on your powertrain. Toyota, let's see that change. Let's see you go the way of Ram. Do a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Back this engine. Make people confident in it. The hybrid system at least does come with a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty. So I guess there's that. But, the bugaboo with the Tundra, the bad thing about the Tundra has been the engine woes. They are getting better. The data that's coming in, it's a lot fewer engine replacements and a lot fewer engine problems. Once you get about maybe halfway through the 24s or maybe early 2025, they trail off. So you're starting to see from 2025, mid-2025 on, they just seem to be failing a lot less, but that could just be because they have low miles. We don't know yet. So time will tell on that. But so far, the trend looks like it's going in the right direction with Tundra reliability. Let's hope we see zero more failures for the 2026s and zero for the 2027s. That would be awesome. These things should last at least 100,000 miles without engine failures. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. The one thing, I actually liked most of the upgrades I saw there. I think they're doing subtle things that people will like. They're putting those front recovery hooks on. You know, a better looking grill on the front. It looks a little bit better. It doesn't look quite as cheap with the paint they were using on some of the other grills. We'll see what all the trims look like in the end. I like a lot of those upgrades. I like the skid plates underneath on the Trail Hunter. I like that they're targeting the Trail Hunter towards... It's almost like the Rebel crowd in the Ram, where you're not just going for that super high-end, high-expensive vehicle. I don't like the 5G radio, and I don't like that auto-inclusive camera thing that they're talking about. That feels a lot like spying to me. It feels a lot like what we're seeing come from other brands. I don't like the direction the industry's headed with that, so that may turn people off with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.